The month of December was an extremely active month for DC Water. We had a record number of mains break across the city. We had 160 mains rupture, 40 service lines, 12 valves, and 7 hydrants, which is a record month of December. If we continue with these ups and downs in temperature during the month of January, we're likely to have another record month. I think that during the month of December, when there are both year-end push, holiday parties, vacations, things of that nature, the work that is put in by the staff to go out and deal with these emergencies is not only commendable, but quite honestly spectacular, in that it's late nights, it's early mornings, it's freezing cold, it's many times snow on the ground, and I've been out there and watched the crews work around the clock to fix some of these problems. I think the most important piece is we went through December with a record number of main breaks, and I did not get a single email, phone call, or comment from a city council member, from a citizen, from anyone, which from my standpoint says that the staff is doing a spectacular job in dealing with those issues. Because normally when you have that spike of activity, invariably someone's upset, invariably a store didn't get to open, invariably a consumer didn't have their water taken care of, and an email or a phone call comes in to me as sort of, Mr. Chairman, would you please take care of this? I thank the staff very much for that. That leads to my next an email that came in that I'd like to just read because I think it is indicative of the work that the staff is doing right now. To whom it may concern, my husband and I came home from dinner late last night to find water running out of our front yard. We called DC Water's emergency service and they sent someone out right away. After digging around a bit, the DC Water employee told us he had to put in a request for a new meter and that someone would come to work on it in the morning. I have to admit I was skeptical. Today is New Year's Eve. I was worried no one would come or there would be a problem and I would be told it couldn't be dealt with until Monday. But this morning, this is New Year's Day, but this morning, bright and early, around 7 or 7:30, the first DC Water employee showed up to assess the problem. It's now 2:20 p.m., and the crew is just now finishing up and leaving. These guys worked nonstop and did a lot of problem solving to fix our water problem, including figuring out how to get the backhoe down the sidewalk, since there were cars parked in front of our house, going way down into the yard and to the adjacent sidewalk to replace the lines, and doing it all without doing any damage to my neighbor's tree, which was in the way. As I write this, they are cleaning up and making it look relatively undisturbed. I am so impressed. These guys were pros, and though there were lots of times they could have said, no, we can't do this, they kept at it, and I cannot thank them enough. I had a lot of anxiety having to deal with such a massive problem on New Year's Eve. It's such a relief to be able to count on these guys. Thank you so much. That's quite something. I really... And that is from Jen Jinks on 1465 Florida Avenue Northwest.
I have to say, not only do I love the people here, but I was out this past week when we had about 15 water main breaks over 40 hours. It was cold out there. It was windy out there, and I was just going out briefly, and then I got to go back. But when I was leaving, those guys going to work, they were still out there. And imagine being out in the cold and the wind and being wet on top of it. Those folks, and so many of our people, without a claim, people don't really know or appreciate what we do, but there's not a single job, not a single household, not a single family that doesn't rely on the work that we do. You should be proud of it. I am every single day. And we have earned this holiday party. We have earned it.